Yeah.
So good afternoon, guys. This is Leo here, CEO and founder of Lee Educations, the #1 agency in regional area. And in today's podcast, I have here with me Miss Nitu from Nepal. And the reason why I bring her in today to share with you her success story, her journey with our job coaching program, and what was the result she got in the end. And I'm very excited, and I hope you guys will enjoy today's podcast and most importantly learn from her, taking notes. If you have questions, put in the comments. I'm happy to share your questions with Nitu as well, so she can clarify as well. So, but first of all, Nitu, thank you for joining us today, Nitu.
No, thank you so much, Leo, for this opportunity, and thanks for all the help that you have given to me and supported me throughout this journey.
Okay. Now, Nitu, for those people who maybe do not know much about you, in 5 to 6 sentences, can you quickly explain a bit about yourself? Who are you? Where you come from? What did you study? And what is a bit of your background?
Yeah, so I come from Nepal. I came here back in 2019, and I came here for my master's degree. I did my master's in environment science, and I've just recently graduated this February 2021. And I've my bachelor was in biotechnology, but I did my master's in environment science. So it's also a bit difference. So yeah, so yeah.
And where did you do your uni? Where did you do your university? Where about?
I studied my master's in Macquarie University.
Wow.
So
a very good university.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, so you came here since 2019. So when you first came here, were you start looking for professional jobs right away, or you don't think it was important at that time?
No, for me at that time wasn't finding a professional job. That wasn't my goal set at that time. For me, that at that time was to get any job. So we being an immigrant, we have that concept of that, we are not going to get a professional job. So because I'm just landed here in someone's country, and I don't have that experience. So I thought that I wouldn't get any job. So for me was not to find a professional job, but any job just to get to help me cover my living and all. So that's how I started.
Got you. And what was, if you still remember, what was your first job when you came to Australia? What was the first job you did?
No, I applied so much. Even at that time, I struggled so much. For my first job was AIN. That's the first place I got into, and till now, I was in that place. So I didn't move anywhere. So I don't have that much exposure anywhere. So that was my first job. I did that. I got the job after 6 months after coming here. So so I was still I just now after getting this job, I resigned for that job. So yeah, you can imagine.
Wow. So you've been with them for pretty much from the beginning until now. You pretty much been with them for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, walk me through, because you said that when you first came here, it was your mindset that as a migrant, as a new immigrant coming to Australia, it's only odd jobs that you can do. Where do you think that thought comes from? Is it from your surrounding, people around you telling you that it is impossible, or where do you get that sort of negative thinking from? Where did that come from?
Yeah, I think that is definitely how your surrounding and who you walk in, talk to, who you communicate with, what is your circle, friend circle. It's all definitely up to your surrounding. If someone says oh yeah, there is an opportunity that you come into a new country, and someone says there is an opportunity, look for your own field jobs in your own field, then definitely we would be motivated to look jobs in our own field. But saying change. People are saying like, no, you can't find a job. It's very hard to find a job in your own field without any experience. And like you are just new here, you wouldn't know the culture and all. So yeah, definitely. Like, if I had that motivation back then I would not be like putting my 2 years in something that I wouldn't look forward to,
I got you.
So yeah.
So do you think how important it is to be surrounded like with people like us, like me, and how important it is to get the motivation and to get the right types of mindset that I instill in you during the program? Was it important for you?
Yeah, it was like, it's definitely important, and it's really boosting as well. There comes a time like when you apply and then you don't get any feedback, you don't get, but there is still someone like, oh no, you can do it. There are plenty of people doing it. It's nothing to you. You can do more than this. If you get that motivation, if you get that encouragement, then yeah, definitely, that nothing is impossible, I can say. Like for now, like after getting this, like in a row of getting that job, at least getting into something, it's like, yeah, if you get that encouragement, if you get that boost, then definitely I say that it's really helpful.
Thank you for that. So now, because what happened is, because you said your background was actually from Bachelor of Biotechnology, and if you had known me back then, you should probably have many jobs in biotechnology by now. But anyway, because as you might know, in our program, we help a lot of biotechnology students to land professional jobs as well. And I think you might even speak to one of them, Rosny. Rosny Shrestha, right? And she was like you. She was working in as a cleaner for 2 years. She hardly have any professional experience, and she joined our program. Next thing you know, she's now working for one of the biggest biotech firms in Queensland, which is pretty amazing, right? So now, walk through everybody. How do you met me in the beginning? Let's start from the start. Where did it all start?
So like I was after I finished my master's, I was looking for jobs and all, but it wasn't like if somebody who is doing the course right now, then they would understand we were not looking in that way, like how you are teaching us, how you are giving us the coaching. We were not looking in that way. So at the time I was looking for the job, definitely. So I was just I'm friend with Rosny as well, and then I saw her, like, she land. Because I'm not a very good, I didn't have that day-to-day communication with her, but I was friend with her in Facebook, and I saw her post with you, and also like she got the job in biotechnology. And then, oh my God, I thought at that point where I was, like, I thought finding a professional job was impossible. I had that mindset on me. So like, then I talked to her, then she said like, it's good, it's really helpful. You learn lots of techniques. Of course, there would be hard work that you need to do, but you will get that guidance. That you would show you the path how to do it. So yeah, from then I directly emailed you, texted you in Facebook and all. That's how.
Oh wow! So it's all through Rosny, huh?
Yeah.
You should call her and say thank you to her, right? Because she indirectly helped you to get this job. She indirectly helped you. Right? Fantastic. So now, because obviously in the program you have learned so much, and I know we cannot go through everything, but what are the maybe the top 3 things that you have learned from our program and that you didn't know before? Maybe the top 3 things that you were like, wow, I didn't know that.
One of the most striking thing is cold call that I didn't know at all. For me, that was one of the striking things. And like, how we follow up with the employer, just constantly like following up. And also like LinkedIn, one of them very powerful, that like I didn't know that it was so powerful.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
that's I think that's the important things.
For sure. Can you elaborate a bit on cold call? Because you said that before this program, you didn't know what is cold call. You didn't know how to call the employers. Am I right?
No, yeah. I didn't know that we can call employers at that time. Seriously. I didn't know. I thought that if we apply, then we can get the call, but I didn't know that if you see the jobs online, then we can call the employer directly. I didn't know that. I thought it would be like, oh my God, it would be disaster if I would call them. They would think me so I don't know, in a different way. That's not allowed. I thought that way, that was like, oh my God.
And how do you think Coco have helped you? Because I think it has played a tremendous part for your jobs. So how did it help you?
So for me, it's like cold call is very important to make you boost up your confidence in speaking to professional people. So we might not know how to talk to them, how to communicate with them, how to explain the things to them. So I think like cold call helps you, even like it's kind of an phone interview with the employer, how to express yourself, that what we can do for them and what we are looking for. I think it helps you to get employers to talk to the professional people. So I think in that way to bring that negotiation between the people. I think in that way, cold call is very important.
And you told me that during some of the cold calls, you actually talked to some of the employers that were very interested in giving you some position, but because of the COVID, they kind of put it on hold. Am I right?
Yeah. I've got plenty of offers, just because I got even I'm in Sydney, I contacted an employer directly, the managing director, through the profile and all. So I contacted him, and then he said okay, we can meet for a coffee and then we can think about it after the lockdown. So there was an offer always. So yeah, it's very powerful because they are always looking. That one time it also happened, I called the person, and then he said, yeah, definitely we are looking for the people. And how did you know about it? But I said that no, it was just a random call. I just wanted to introduce myself. Then he was very impressed with what I did. So yeah, there are definitely the employers who are not advertising the job at all, and they are looking for someone.
I got you. So obviously, you have shown people that how cold call is so important, and the problem is, without knowing what I teach you, do you think you can do it? Let's just say, without my teaching, do you think you can do it?
No, I think I wouldn't be able to communicate with them effectively. I wouldn't be able to pass that message to them effectively without your help. I don't think so, because I wouldn't, if they it's like negotiation. It's like influencing the cold call, how they say something, then you should have that mindset already in you. Now, if they say something like that, you should be prepared. Now, what will I be saying? So I think you helped in that way. You helped a lot. If they are saying no, we don't want to talk to you, then what to say? If they say no, that we should have that preparation before. Otherwise, they would say no. Then if I had done it by myself, then I would say they would say no, and then I would say, of course, at first few times I said okay, and I ended up the phone. They would say no, I'm not interested. Then I would say okay. That's how how it was. I think.
Got you. So obviously it's so important. Now tell us about follow-up, because I think that we both agree that it's so important. But as you join our program, you know that most people don't follow up. So did you follow up at all for some of the jobs you apply for, and how did you do that?
Yeah, so what happened was I applied for one job. I would say this example. I applied for a job, and then it was I constantly followed up with the person, and then there was certain they had a very big application time. So the closing date was I applied a month ago, and they still had that advertisement for a month. So like I constantly, every week following up, just to check if they have received for a month, they would pick up the call and they say like they haven't checked the application, but because they would only be looking after the application after the closing date. So but by that time, by the closing date, they already know me very well.
Wow.
So like when I call them, okay, yes, Nitu, but still not like I still. And then what happened was like I didn't get through that job. But what I managed was like the person who is looking after that application, he knew me very well. He said like he called me and he said like I gave like more time to your application than I did to others. I specifically looked your application. I gave more time, and I'm very impressed with that. But with certain things, like I can't hire you right now, but definitely I will look the candidate like you in future. And if I got anything coming up soon, I would definitely let you know. It was like that. So for me, it wasn't like, okay, I didn't get the job, that's okay. You'll not get it. You'll not get it. Like it wouldn't be like, okay, you try and then you will just get it by once. So like, but at least I knew that he knew me. He looked at my application, but most of the times our application doesn't get viewed by the employers. So I think at that time, that was like following up is so important. You are more passionate about it. You are different.
Exactly. And again, I can tell you this, Nitu, what you have done is something that a lot of people, they don't dare to do. And I think it's the courage. It's the courage.
Yeah.
And if you remember what I talked in our program, it's courage that's going to get you the job. If you remember that, I say that.
Yeah.
It's not the intelligence.
Yeah, like you have said, like, yes, definitely, that the things you have said, like, that keeps striking me now as well, like luck favored those who are bold. That thing is like awesome, it's really, you can't say like he got the job and I didn't, because you can't say that, because you haven't tried as hard that person had tried, to get that job. So, you have to be, if you want yourself to be lucky, you have to try it. Then you will get it. I think,
Spot on. So guys, I hope you guys just heard what she said. She said, if you want to be lucky, you gotta try hard. So that is a quote by itself right there. Now, talking about LinkedIn, because it's such a beautiful thing, and you use it, and you use my template and all that, and it just does miracle for you. So tell everybody, how did LinkedIn help you to land this job, right?
So LinkedIn actually helped me land 2 jobs. Right now, I'm currently working in a small project as well. That's in an environmental consulting firm as well. So it like you before, like I knew about LinkedIn, but I didn't know that was so powerful. I didn't know it's one of the powerful tools, to get a job. I didn't know that. So like I knew I had that account. I had few 10, 15 connections. Then like following you and following the scripts, I tried to like broaden my connections, like adding people, posting things, and getting myself active in LinkedIn. So like I just approached people, sending them connection, and then communicating with them that I'm like interested in I'm interested in things. Like you can't say like I'm looking for a job. You have to like say in a way that they would like, okay, they would like reply you back. Because most of the time when we say like we say like I'm looking for a job, there would be so many people that would be sending them the messages. So like you would need that like things template and all that to like get that reply back. You need that reply from them as well. So I'm definitely like right now I'm doing this job. It's just a 3 months of project that I said like I connected with the person through your script, and then the person said like, okay, we have this project coming on, would you be interested? And then that's how I got into it. I didn't get any interview, just started the work. Like, so it's like definitely. And then other job as well. Like I connected with people from different consultancy. So like, and then the members with them and those who are working in that consultancy company, like who work, and then like, showing your passion, talking, communicating with them, and like they just send the resume directly to the manager, and then he called me, and then I got that offer as well. So it's like, it's very, how to use it, you should know how to use it. That's what I would say.
Exactly. And like you said, a lot of people, unfortunately, they do not know how to use LinkedIn the correct way. They just spam people with questions like, do you have a job, like you said? And in our program, I teach you, it's one of the most stupid things you can say is by sending a message to someone and say, do you have a job? But unfortunately, that is what international students know how to do. And as a result, they fail to get the good outcome. So now tell us a bit, maybe the last two questions here, Nitu, is obviously as an international student, there were many challenges for you in landing a professional job. So what would be top 3 challenges that were against you in landing this job that you are having, you just landed today? Like what were some 3 challenges? Very big ones.
So I think the biggest one would be like, I didn't have that experience. Even my master is in environment, but my bachelor was in defense. So like here, I know most of the international students would not have, like, they come from the different bachelor background and they would be doing masters in different fields. But that was my biggest concern. I didn't have that working experience, no working experience at all.
Wow.
And of course,
the lack of experience,
like, even if the visa condition, lack of experience.
What else is against you other than the lack of experience? What else was stopping
you? Lack of experience, and then I would say, like, I'm resident here. That's also one of the things that they would like. Look, people, the employers, they want the person to be permanent resident, but just to make sure that they can work for long term with them, not just they can, like, in 1-2 years they had to go away. So I think that was also one of the biggest obstacle for me. And like I said, like, me being from a bit different background, I did my master's, but my background was biotechnology. So
Got you. So lack of experience, visa, and then your qualifications. These are already against you. And how did you think we were able to help you to overcome these challenges? Do you think we play any part to help you with that?
I think, like, how we, even if you don't have that experience, we think that, okay, experience is the very important thing, because we think that without experience, without working experience, we wouldn't get a job. But like, I think that's not true. And I think that was cleared by you. I think it's not important. It's up to you. It's how you present yourself, how you display to the employers, So I think that's what I can learn from you, like how to make that. If you have, of course, there wouldn't be anyone perfect, but you should know how to, like, display in a certain way that would be an advantage for you rather than disadvantage. So you should, like, if I say, like, I'm not a PR, then you should explain. You should say them that why. What can you do? I can get the PR if I get this. So things that I didn't know how to tackle, then I definitely learned all from you.
Fantastic. So guys, if you're watching this, if your concerns to get a job is because of your visa, if your concern is because of your experience, if your concern is about your past qualification, then that shouldn't be the worries, because Nitu has been clearly demonstrating that those things are just excuses. and it should not stop you from getting your dream job. And she obviously nailed that. Can you just tell everybody, like, what was the end result today? What happened today? What was the good news you told me in the morning, and that really made my day. Tell everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, like I applied for a few jobs. One I applied through LinkedIn, and one I applied in a normal way. So I gave the interview. And I got like both the jobs offer, and I had to choose. I didn't like expect it. There would be a day where I had to choose the job, So I think that was the biggest achievement for me with this coaching program. Yeah.
Yep. And can you tell us, like, so which one did you choose? You don't have to name the employer, but which one did you choose in the end? Is it the?
I chose the one with the. I chose the one with the government. I chose the governmental work, but yeah, but definitely both were very attracting. There was like I had to like there was a huge confusion. I was offered the job at the same day, but what was like because I had made that connection, I made sure that they already liked me so much, so they gave me that option to think about which one is better for you. They gave me that option to think. No, you don't. You can take some time. You can take your weekends and think about it and think and decide. It's on you. We welcome you. They say like both the employers like that. So I consulted with both of them, and then they said like they gave me the feedback. You go with this. This would be better for you. It's like that. So that's how I managed.
Now, Nitu, if we say that one day you will have this sort of time to think about what jobs to pick, we can't believe that, isn't it? Like you wouldn't believe you have.
Yeah.
We will get today to talk about this. This is it's like a dream comes true.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, Leo. I think it's really. I always thought I want to work, but because it's just you don't work hard, you don't know the techniques and all, but if you know right way, if get to that point, and if if you have that people around you to help you, support you, and definitely not just 2, 3, 4 offers, you'll get that. You'll definitely get that, but you need to have that commitment. You need to have that determination. I can say I quit my job. I just did just 1-2 days, and I gave my full time to apply jobs. So you have to have that determination. You have also you would be helping people to get jobs. You would be helping the techniques. You would tell them the techniques, but it's up to them. They have to apply it, through that path. It's like you are always there. I can say you are getting into your class, doing your classes, being in that class. Okay, after that, class, I would get that motivation, that encouragement. So back in the morning, I'm more boosted with that, all the things. I listen to it, and then, oh my God, I recall it, and it's like, it gives you a boost. So yeah, definitely you would need that, mentorship with you, but the hard work is up to you. You have to do it.
Exactly. That's what I tell my student all the time is I can only do so much. At the end of the day, you have to be the one who implement my teaching. And I'm so glad, Nitu, that you implemented my teaching perfectly. Goodness, yeah. I'm so happy. Probably the last questions here is talk to them about the interview. So for the job that you chose, we actually landed the interview. Tell them about how I prepare you for that. Was it helpful?
Yeah.
My preparation?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you gave me all the interview questions that they would ask, and you said you go and do the research about the company before giving the interview, get all the information that you needed. So I already had that questions all prepared in me, that I shared it to you, what's right in there, what's not good, like, then some of the things that, some of the questions that you asked me to say, like I had some questions, oh, that's not a good question to ask. So like, I already had that. You have to have that preparation, otherwise you can't nail it, because the interview, they're like, they ask questions, and if you can't answer it in a correct way, then it's not gonna work it, because they would be interviewing so much of people, but you have to have that distinct thing in you, so that they could hire you. It's not your experience, it's not your qualification, it's not you having the good marks and all, but it's how you have to tackle this question and make yourself distinct with other.
Exactly. Now, probably we bring out the last question here, and then we finish. Nitu, is as you might have said during the interview, you're not the only one who went for the jobs, and there are many other candidates as well. So what do you think were the difference here? What makes you different? Because we got to remember, you don't have much experience. You were working in odd jobs the entire time. You are not a permanent residency. So what was that differentiations here between you and others? What was that? What do you think?
I think for me it would be like how I communicated with them, like the questions that you asked me to prepare. I think that would be one of the things that has made me different than the other candidates. Like, the questions that you asked me to prepare, the interview tips that you gave to me. I think those are the things, and those are the things that made me different. And they said, like, you asked me, and I knew all the things what they were doing. You asked me to touch on the company, and then you asked me to, like, in what are they doing. You should know, even checking up their profile, and knowing about them, so that you can, like, so when I communicated, they asked a few questions, and then, like, there was a time, it was like interaction. We were like having a friendly chat with each other, and then they were like very happy that I knew so much things about their work, so much things about them, that made me like distinct than other people. I think so, yeah.
Wow. Nitu, I think, okay, I finished. So I'm so happy. So when are you going to start? When is the first day? When are you going to start?
Tuesday.
Coming
Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nitu, I'm so happy for you. You made me proud. I'm sure you made yourself proud. I'm glad that you have utilized my knowledge and my skills. Something that it takes me 6 years to be able to distill that and give it to you. It's not something that it happens overnight, Nitu. So I'm glad you took advantage of that. And you actually use it, and we all see the results. So what would you say to people who are thinking about joining this job coaching program? Do you think they should? And if you think they should, why do you think they should jump into it?
I think they should definitely do it. I'm so grateful that I did this. Otherwise, I think I would still be in that condition where I was back in like 3-4 months ago before joining the program. So this thing is so important. I would really, this is not like, I'm not just bluffing and I'm not just giving anything, but I would definitely recommend your program, your coaching program. It's so helpful. It's not about, you giving the motivation, you giving the encouragement to people. I think if someone is having that doubt whether I should, just for 1 second, you just don't think about it, just get into it, I would say.
Thank you so much, Nitu. Thank you for your acknowledgement. Thank you for your support. And I wish you all the best, Nitu. And tell your friend about us. Share your success story. Tell people that there's actually an agency out there that really cares about international students to really get a good job, and really care about them getting a professional job. Because do you think there are many agencies like us? Do you think there are many people like us who really cares about?
Yeah.
they can't.
I don't think that I have seen other agency as well, and I have been in contact with them. But what they said, like, you don't have experience, so you get the internship. But you didn't say that. You do. It's up to you. You said, like, if you want a job, you can get a job. It's not, you don't even have to do the internship. You can get the job directly. That's the, like, there are so many differences. If we keep talking, then I would be non-stop, I would say like, I would definitely recommend to everybody.
Okay. Thank you so much. You've been fantastic. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, Roshni, and I'm happy that she. You should say thank to her. Like I said, she was indirectly helping you, and I look forward to helping more of your Nepalese friends. Tell everyone about us, okay? And I hope you will do this job well. Stay in touch. You know, I'm always here to encourage you, and if one day you're planning to apply for any other skill assessment, anything like that, reach out to us. We can help you out. Surely. Thank you. Take care. So much. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.